Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Three Chicks. Oh, wait, there's only two of us. Three Chicks, two? What?
It's
Say that
chicks.
louder.
It's the chicks. That's all.
Hey, it's Chicks and Salsa. That's what.
We'll go chicks and salsa. Yes.
There we go.
Who doesn't like a chicken and salsa? I mean, chips and salsa. Well, yes, chicks and
All
salsa. That's
three,
it.
all of that.
Yes. Unlimited chicks and salsa. There we go.
Exactly. So, Miss Carrie, how's everything going with you?
Good. The sun has shone the last 2 days. It has been 70 or better. And I'm loving the weather.
Nice.
Tending to do a little bit more than I should because my body tells me, hey, wait, we weren't conditioned to be doing all this yard work. And I'm like, oh, but we are.
Yes.
You're going to love it or not. It's going to happen.
There you go. There you go. It's been 80, it was 85 today. So, we got warm. We had winter already. It was what, 70 degrees for like a couple of days and then boom, back up.
Well, I'll be coming down to your neck of the woods next month, end of next month. So,
well, you take one of your cruises?
Yes.
You cruising out of which port?
Miami, actually.
Oh, okay. Are you driving down there?
Of course.
Oh, you're driving. Well, then you got to drive past me. We might have to talk about.
We are going to see about because we'll be coming down the day before. So we'll have to figure that all out offline. And then I'm going to look at seeing about getting in touch with Miss Jen because we're going to be heading to New Jersey for family things. So after the cruise.
You might be able to see two of us. Wow. Three of us. Dawn too. Well, you never know where Dawn's at. You never know these days.
She could be in Atlanta, Carolina, or Kansas City. So yes, if she's around, then absolutely she's going to be part of that crew. And then I'll have to make a solo trip to Texas to see Miss Megan.
I know. She's a little far away from. Well, not really. She's closer to you than any of us, really.
Right.
So.
Right. We do want to ask our audience to kind of send some love to the Queen of Hoops. She had to say goodbye to her little Chico DeBarge, and gosh, that's never easy. It doesn't matter what the reason is, it's never easy. So all those that love Miss Megan, the Queen of Hoops, please give her a little bit of extra love today.
Yes. And we're missing Dawn and Miss Jen too, but life goes on, and but here we are, Carrie, you and I.
I mean, I guess they're either very lucky or very sad.
I gotcha. Well, there's been a lot happening in the sports world. I mean, a lot. Like there's the World Baseball Classics, there's spring training, there's college hoops. They're going to be doing their college tournaments. The women's at their tournament. The NBA is going on. Hockey's going on near the end.
We've got softball, baseball in college. We've got what was the other thing I'm just thinking of? Oh, we've got the Paralympics going on. I mean, there is something for everyone right now.
There is. It's like crazy. And like we talk about the NFL. Oh, it's the off season for the NFL, but whoa, we have had so many free agency trades and free agency signings. It's been a flurry of activity.
It has. And now there is Green Bay South. I mean, Dolphins. That's the team name. Sorry.
Yeah, they've got quite a. I mean, the GM. They got our old defensive coordinator is the head coach. They have some other coaches. Now they signed. Well, I mean, they ate Tua's contract, $99 million. Ouch.
The thing that made me laugh was breaking news, and I'm like, dude, it was broke when you benched him last year, so it's not breaking news.
No. And then they signed Malik Willis, which kudos to Malik. I mean, sad for us Packer fans for him to leave, but kudos for him to get another shot as a starter because let's face it, in Green Bay. He was not going to get that unless Jordan Love went down with an injury. He hadn't beaten Love out the last couple of years, so now he gets to go down to Miami and
Well, honestly, if you think about it, he has already proven that he can do it. He's got familiar staff to go in with, and then they are in a complete rebuild down there. Like, we're the joke in one of my chat rooms is Miami even going to have anyone that's under 32 years old playing? Answer is obviously yes, but yeah, they're having to eat a lot of contracts. They're letting go a lot of people. La-di-da-di-da. Here walk in Malik, and he's got all kinds of options now. So I like that for him.
I do. I like that too for him. I'm not sure I like him going to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have always kind of not been a team that had much success and could developed a good. I mean, yes, I know everyone's going to talk that they had Dan Marino, but obviously they couldn't develop Tua. And look, I mean, and I know they have new coaching and everything like that, but it's the same ownership.
Right. No, that's going to be, there's two teams that I feel will be very telling this year. I mean, we've got some interesting things that are happening. Like, we've got Harbaugh in New York. We got the Jets getting Geno Smith back. I don't know. I have questions about that, but whatever. We still have these interesting things going on, but really, I'm thinking Las Vegas and Miami are going to be two really spotlighted clubs, since they are they just kind of erase the entire board and starting fresh. I mean, Max Crosby, who was never going to leave the Raiders, is now a Raven. What?
I know. Well, and Mike Evans no longer at Tampa Bay. Like, there was just some big surprises, I thought.
Yes, but I don't know if you read this in our chat. That night before, I was on a show of some kind. Breaking news: Mike Evans has been traded, and I remember saying that, and I was like, "Why why?" But then, I mean, I have always enjoyed watching him play. Not when we played him, but I've enjoyed watching him play. So I don't know why, but that was in my dream, along with a Papa Roach song. I don't know. The two don't go together, but it's okay. So it was really weird for me to read that he was traded. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, and kudos to your Chiefs for signing Kenneth Walker. I mean, reigning Super Bowl MVP.
Really, that is unbelievable. I am so stoked. And shocking, Travis Kelce is not going anywhere else.
Well, that's
honest to goodness. Honest to goodness, why people were thinking that was even an option. If you watch who he is and has been all along, he's still in contact with people that he was in grade school with and still very good friends. So, to say that he was going to leave, he's probably one of the most loyal people out there that even if he comes back, he would not go anywhere else but Kansas City. So I think that's the only place he is, because Kansas City adopted him. Andy Reid gave him his shot. He's not going to turn his back.
Yeah.
That's just, so when people are like, well, he may not be there. And I'm like, the only reason he's not going to be there is if he retires. And I just couldn't see him going out on last year, but your body is your body, and only he would know how it felt.
Right. And depending on what you have happening in your personal life, whether you want it, do you want to be a married man and on the football field? Do you not want it? What do you want to do? Because obviously they both have two big careers.
Right. Today on the Pat McAfee show, he did say it is pretty special to be in a relationship with someone that is that has had the same dream for their um life path as I have since I was the same age. So, he says she's always wanted to be a singer, and she's continually driving to be the best that she can be. And he said, I've always wanted to play football in the NFL, and I'm going to continue to strive. And he said, it's very powerful and it's very conducive to feed off each other. And gosh, who wouldn't want that? Speaking of being a married man, I missed Pat McAfee shows last week, so I was watching it on the 4th, whatever 4th was, and today's the 10th, right? So last week sometime we were watching it today. Did you know Aaron Rodgers is married?
Mm-hmm. I did.
And as Pat was Aaron kind of opened the door, and Pat just pushed it a little bit, and he said, my wife did not and does not want to be a part of the scene. She does not. She wants to live a simple life. And he goes, now that I have stepped away from all social media, and he said, I've lived that, I now value my peace. And he said, there's a happiness that I have achieved that I didn't know that existed. And I'm like, good for him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's accomplished so much in the NFL that he's done. He's won a Super Bowl, so he's not one of those quarterbacks that can say he never did it. Yeah, maybe we all think he should have done it more, especially as Packer fans.
Absolutely.
But kudos for him, for realizing that and being able to have peace, and to be able to separate, because that's one thing. We all, in today's information age, we want information. We want to know more and more about this person and that person and their personal life. And it's like, no, wait, he is a person. He is allowed to have a private life. If his wife doesn't want to be in the public eye, doesn't want to be, then don't push it. Don't let them live their life. So,
I mean, I think all of that, people can choose to live their life as they wish, and we should, as fellow humans, we should honor that wish.
Right.
As long as it's not infringing on our personal rights, we should be celebrating the fact that people have the desire to be less in the spotlight. And Lord knows, lots of us would like to be less in the spotlight for some reason or another. So
that's true. And there's probably some people that should be less in the spotlight that take too much spotlight. But anyways, we won't get into that.
We won't digress there.
No. Yeah, just some interesting, a lot of different interesting moves. Romeo Doubs left Green Bay. He's now a Patriot. Good move for him. It'll remain to be seen whether it ends up, but let's face it, the Patriots are an up-and-coming team. So, I mean, kudos to him. We talked a little bit. Jets traded for Geno Smith. I would say the Raiders have actually spent quite a bit of money. They had I was reading the other day, they had 130 to spend, and they've spent almost the majority of that in free agency now. In the first
highest paid center out there. I'm not sure I would have given quarterback money for a highest paid center. I mean, we know that Fernando is going there, right? So we know this,
right?
That's a given at this point. I'm not sure I would have paid a center. I mean, I understand you want to protect this kid, but just a center is not going to protect him. So I don't know. I question
it too, but as I think about it, the center is honestly one of the most important, because they're the ones that snap the ball and they control how it gets to the quarterback. And we don't necessarily always think about it. They have the ball, they have their hand on every play, every single play. Them, the quarterback, And they got to protect the quarterback. And they've got to be on the same page with the quarterback. They can't snap it too early. Like they've got to be in sync. So, and let's face it, all these salaries have gone up astronomically. All of them. I mean,
Well, Trent McDuffie just set a new market on a cornerback with the Rams. So, I mean, it's going to continue to rise. We did see the cap rise again this year. So, I mean, that kudos to the programs that allow that has allowed this to happen. Right. So
right.
It just, at some point, it's got to crash a little bit. At some point, it's going to have to.
Right. But
so
I can say that as much as the Packers haven't made a lot of big splashes, they've actually freed up. They were over the cap. Now they're under the cap, and they're able to do some more maneuvers. And I do. Everyone's probably going to have their opinion. Rashad Gary, are they happy to see him go or not? But at least they traded him to the Cowboys and got something in return.
Mm-hmm. That's what I find interesting about the Jets. Mm-hmm. Geno was going to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to go ahead and trade. I don't know that I understand that move.
Right. Yeah, I don't know either.
Because I'm going to keep I'm going to keep everything I can as close as I can to the vest. So I'm not going to purposely give something away that could benefit me.
Mm-hmm. I agree either.
And they gave a pick away. They did get a pick in return.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they could have waited and just picked him up off free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a weird move to me.
Yeah.
We've still got some big people out there that, and when I say big, they're impact players. We've got Hendrickson out of Cincy, and we have Trent Williams out of San Fran. That will be interesting to see what and where they go.
Mm-hmm. Well, and let's face it, Aaron Rodgers hasn't said where he's going to be.
If he's going to be.
If he's going to come back or not. There's still some other quarterbacks that are out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Chiefs have to get one because they just let Gardner go, and he's going to be at the Cardinals, Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that Patrick ended the season with a torn up knee. So the goal, I think, is for him to be back. And I think that's Patrick's determination that he's going to be back. But will Andy put him on the field for the first game?
Right.
So.
Yeah, there's still quite a bit of free agents out there. So it'll be interesting to see how these next couple days. Thanks. Hi, Nicholas. Yes, we're holding it down. Talking our NFL, our favorite topic, I think.
I mean, there are other topics, but this is my love.
This is your bread and butter.
This is my love. So yes, I am too well entrenched in this. I'm excited. I'm ready for football already, and we haven't even hit the draft. So.
We have pro days coming up, I think, for a lot of the teams. For colleges first, pro day, and then the draft. Since they had the combine, they had the Senior Bowl. Now they have pro day yet, and then they'll have the actual draft. So, yeah, a lot during the off season, a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about. I think the Chiefs have done well in plugging in some places. We've let Pacheco is now part of Scott's team.
Detroit, yeah, Lions.
Yeah. So I have questions. For me, Pacheco didn't come back from his injury as strong. However, we did not have a really good fundamental offensive coach and staff. We now have Bieniemy back, who is the running back whisperer, and we have a new running back coach. So I hope that Pacheco goes to the Lions and has a better year, because he did not have that year. But we went from number 31 with 10 plus yards after the point of scrimmage to getting the third highest plus 10-yard runner last year. So I'm like, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go right now. I'm ready.
Wait, there's other seasons here in between.
I know. I gotta.
It's March.
It is March. We get ready to have March Madness in women's and men's. We've seen a lot of championships happen.
Yeah, but I would say the championships are happening this weekend for the men's, and the women's was last weekend.
Yes. Yes, we've seen some fantastic teams already get. They're not into this dance. Now we're waiting to see what men's teams will make it in there as well.
Which is always exciting. It's always cool to see March Madness. I don't know, for some reason I don't watch a lot of college basketball outside of March Madness. A little bit here and there, especially like my team or Scott's team once in a while, especially if they play each other. But March Madness I will watch a lot more of, and I always love like the upsets, the 12-5 matchups where the number 12 takes and beats the number 5.
Agreed.
The Cinderella stories. Right?
I love Cinderella. Yes, and I remember when Gonzaga was the Cinderella story.
Exactly. With that being said, and I wish I had taken the screenshot, and I apologize to all. There was a team in men's basketball, and obviously they don't play in the Big Ten, like one of the big conferences, but they were undefeated this year.
Was it Miami, Ohio?
Yes. Kudos to them. Good job, Carrie. Look at you bringing it.
And it wasn't football,
but you have to give them. I mean, like to go undefeated. That's crazy good.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So kudos to them for that. I don't remember where they are. Actually 20th in the country.
Yeah, there was something else that was pretty spectacular about them, but the undefeated was what I remembered.
Yes, they completed a perfect season. Let's see if it says anything. They're the only unbeaten team in Division I men's basketball. I was just pulled up a article here. The top seed in their conference tournament will play in the opening game of the quarterfinals Thursday evening in Cleveland, Ohio. Seeding is going to be determined yet, and then of course, depending on what they do, they should be in the big dance just for all of that. But how cool is that to go undefeated? Like that doesn't happen very often,
especially in basketball, because there's so many games.
Yeah, they're 31-0. So
that's pretty impressive.
That is. So you're getting conference tournaments this weekend, and then I think March Madness is the selection show on. Is it Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it starts. They have the last one. I think the selection show starts like at 5 or 6 Eastern Standard Time. It seems like that all the and then because it's usually just very light. It's still very light here when that show starts.
Yep.
And then when I say here, Midwest. So it's almost 7 o'clock in the Midwest, and we still have blue skies. So yay for longer days.
Yes, if only we would stay on these longer light days and not switch back. I mean, that's
that part.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard. I'm going to do a couple of things. OU softball.
Mm-hmm.
100 home runs this season.
Wow.
The next closest team has like 26, 28.
Holy smokes, that's it? Wow.
Yeah. So I think I've chose well to follow OU softball.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like it.
It's an impressive, and their stadium was built and brought the tournament to the NCAA tournament to them because it is a phenomenal stadium for softball.
Nice.
But they sell out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there was a sellout in the women's hockey, pro hockey. Where was that? Where was that one?
Oh, I'm not sure I remember.
I can't remember. That was kind of to write off the piggyback off the Olympics.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't remember where that was. Carrie, guess what I did this weekend?
Oh, do tell.
I went to 2 spring training games. You gotta love Florida. So we went on Saturday to West Palm Beach, which is the home, and it's a shared facility by the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals. So they share one facility, one big field, and then they've all kinds of other practice fields and stuff like that. But it was the Astros playing the Miami Marlins on Saturday. And then Sunday, we decided to take a little drive and we went to Fort Myers, which is just a short drive for us. So it's not that bad. And we went to, it was the Phillies playing the Minnesota Twins. Now, what I'm going to say was really surprising to me. Both games came down to the bottom of the ninth inning with the home teams both winning using that ninth inning to win and beat the other team.
Really?
Yeah, which is like, we're like, wait a minute, deja vu. We saw the same kind of thing happen the previous day. And in spring training, if at the end of 9, if you're tied, it's tied. They end it. They don't keep going. They don't play anymore. And it's kind of funny because on Saturday I started and Scott had started and he was keeping score. And he maybe kept score for like the first inning. And then he's like, oh, here, you keep score. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I used to keep score all the time. I mean, I've played softball and, all of that. But man, they have a rotating door because nobody plays the entire game yet in spring training. So every position player is rotated. They go through probably 4, 5, 6 different pitchers in the 9 innings. They're getting everybody and obviously, especially now, like they're getting more names that you probably didn't even know of because a lot of these teams have sent players to the World Baseball Classic.
So well, this is also their tryout time. Like,
it is.
Do they stay this level? Do they go to AAA, AA? Where are we putting them in the farm system? So,
correct. So we're excited. We're hoping to catch 2 games this next weekend, and we're going to go to 2 different stadiums again. And at least one of the stadiums that we're going to try and go to, I've never been. So one of the things Scott and I have done is years past, my parents used to always go down for what people would say, winter break. They used to go down for like a month and they used to travel to Arizona. And so we would go visit them. So we have been to all the different facilities in Arizona to see, which is much easier because if you know spring training there, all their facilities are within like an hour and a half, all the different training sites. Whereas down here, it's much different. There can be as much as a 5-hour trek from, I would say, like Lakeland to some of the facilities on the East Coast side. So I have not been to all of the stadiums, but that's one of our goals. I only have a couple more stadiums to go to, and we're hoping to hit those this weekend and then the following weekend. So
how fun is that?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's cool. It's cool. And it's so different to see the different stadiums. And see, like, there are some teams that share, and then there are teams that don't, and some are older, and some are much newer, and some have gotten renovations and stuff, so they're a lot newer. Uh, and some it amazes me too the difference in sizes. So
Right.
like in Minnesota or at the Minnesota facility, it was a sellout. They had over 8,600 people in that. And then for Houston, it wasn't quite, but it's a bigger facility too because they share. So it's just interesting the different dynamics. And then the access. So like Scott has gotten into the clubhouse before both games, and he's gotten interviews with players.
How
So
exciting is that?
that is exciting. So like anybody that I mean, I'm a Brewer fan. Everybody knows that. Josh Hader used to be with the Milwaukee Brewers. Scott actually got to interview him. He's now with the Astros, so he got to interview him. So anybody that's interested in that, you can go to South Florida Tribune's YouTube channel and see it. But I just thought that was cool. And then I don't know if you know this either with the Twins. I don't know if you remember Roger Clemens. Most
Mhm.
people know, everybody pretty much. If you're a baseball fan, you know. Well, his son, Corey Clemens, is actually on the Twins, and Scott got to interview him on
Now
Sunday.
that's pretty cool too.
Exactly. And then he got to ask him questions about his dad. And so that it's just really cool. So, not to plug another station, but I'm going to plug South Florida Tribune. You got to go check some of those interviews out.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of, kind of thought this was a neat thing with the World Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just talking about son Joseph Contreras. I'm sorry, I missed it. Spoke that. At age 17, he's a high school senior and a Brazil pitcher, and he is son of Jose. He was the one that went up against Team USA, and by all accounts, because I didn't get to watch, by all accounts, it didn't phase him who he was pitching against.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a team, and he really held his ground, and I'm thinking of me as a 17-year-old who couldn't speak to guys, let alone like without getting completely flustered. How impressive that is to go, to be pitching against people that you may be admiring and emulating in different ways, whether it be your stance or how you bat or, in all of the things, and just act like they're, oh, well, it's just another team,
Mm-hmm.
mind blown.
Because I know he pitched against Judge. That was one of them. I'm trying to think who else he pitched against.
Yeah, I can't remember who all he pitched up.
But he did really well.
Forcing Aaron Judge into a double play. I mean, oh yeah, the bases were loaded at that point.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
What else would you like to share? Because there's one other thing that I looked up that I thought that we kept up to date with the regular Olympics, that I thought I would tell us the standings currently.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's 2 weeks left in spring training. I think that's it for baseball,
Mm-hmm.
and then they actually start real games already. Can you believe that?
No, as much as I want football to be back, I'm like, time runs at a faster rate now for me than it ever has in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to realize that I'm getting ready to celebrate an anniversary of my mom being gone. And it's hard to believe that was 3 years ago, but then it feels at the same time, it feels like a lifetime ago. So time is a weird conundrum as I've gotten older.
It is. You're right. I would totally agree with that.
I'm like, as someone that, especially waiting to become 21, I can remember thinking, my God, it's never going to happen.
Hmm.
It did. More than, it's doubled. Haven't tripled that yet, but we'll see. Um,
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
I'm running fast into it though. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna slip right into that, I think.
Well, considering I'm 50, I'll be 56 this year. That's 7 years from tripling the age that I thought I would never reach. So
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy math in my brain at the moment. Okay, so let's let our happy story be the celebration of the Paralympics, which honestly, I don't know. I think this is like a very special place in my heart because not only are we seeing these talents, we're honoring individuals that are overcoming huge hand obstacles, setbacks, and such to be able to compete and to be able to show their talents. And so, to me, that is incredibly impressive.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we are from the Paralympics run until March 15th. As of today, right now, China has 9 golds with a total of 23 medals. The United States has 3 golds with a total of 10 medals and is tied with the Ukraine again with 3 golds and 10 total medals. Then you have Italy with 3 golds and 9 total medals, and Austria coming in 5th with 4 golds and 8 total medals. So it's pretty interesting. This is what's going on. I know that our Paralympic hockey team is performing shutouts just like our regular Olympic teams did. So, in fact, one game where it was every person on the team scored a goal. That was pretty special.
Cool.
So, like I said, there's a lot of joy that I see in that because that's the true testament to the human spirit are those that are participating in the Special Olympics and Paralympics. That I think that's a true testament to the human spirit, and that in today's world, those are the things that can make you smile and see the good out there,
and give you motivation. Because think about it. I mean, they're already facing life challenges, and then to do and excel at a sport with those challenges. Yeah, kudos to them.
I mean, it makes you stop and think, okay, what can I do to add my piece of positivity to the world,
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you have to, some days I have to dig deep to find those, you have to dig deep to find those when everything you see come across is heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, and very scary. Go watch the Paralympics. Go search that up. Go look. I know they just did this last weekend was the Polar Plunge for the Special Olympics fundraiser here locally, and yeah, things like that. Keep it up, world. That's awesome.
Yep, I agree. Carrie, I can't believe the time's gone by so quickly.
How did we do 40 minutes with?
Because we just love to talk. Let's face it. We love to talk. We love to talk sports. We could go on and on. We could have had this whole show just about NFL. We had to cut it off. There's so many other things to talk about.
Right. And we missed out on so many things. But that's when you love what you do, it does, the time stand still.
Exactly. Well, Carrie, thank you so much for, having this conversation with us. We missed Megan. We missed Jen. And we missed
Dawn,
of course. Oh my goodness, where's my head? Yes, we missed all 3 of them. Hopefully they'll be back, but we are sending our prayers to Miss Megan with her little doggy. Crossing over the Rainbow Bridge. We much love Megan and the rest and everybody else too. And thank you, Nicholas, for being in the chat. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. You know how to reach us.
And everybody that didn't want to chat but gave us either their care or they've been watching us for a little bit on the show, we appreciate you tuning in. Go
Next
ahead.
week we should have a bigger cast and more chatting and giggling, obviously.
I don't know. We do pretty good ourselves, but yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we might have more girls with us. You never know.
A few more kicks for the salsa.
There we go. There we go. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Much love to all of you.
Jump over to South Tribune if you want to watch Miss Candy in a few minutes.
We're gonna be talking football tonight, so if you like football, hey, and I just said I love talking football too, like you do, Carrie. We're gonna be talking football. So yes, head on over to South Florida Tribune YouTube. 8:30 p.m. start. With that, though, much love to everybody. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy the Paralympics.